All right, folks, let's once again talk about how the capitalism versus socialism debate is not about economics. And I think a good place to start will be looking at this video right here from Reason TV, which is a libertarian news organization. As you can see on YouTube, they have 874,000 subscribers. This video was put up last week, has over 32,000 views, was hosted by Robbie Sove, I think I'm saying that correctly, titled, Why Are People Mad at MrBeast? So let's check this out.
One down, 99 more wells in Africa to go. You're gonna love this video.
Some people are actually mad about this video of MrBeast and his team building 100 wells in Africa.
Yeah, people are mad at MrBeast building wells in Africa. What's wrong with that?
Why? Because they hate capitalism.
Now, he's not wrong here. I think a lot of this, by extension, is a hatred of capitalism, although I think it goes a bit deeper than that. And I want to make it clear, I'm not doing this to nitpick or dunk on Reason TV. I actually want to give them credit because they brought a few receipts to my attention that I otherwise would not have found. So just want to make that clear.
Through his videos, MrBeast has given millions of dollars to charitable causes, making
Millions of dollars to charitable causes.
him the most successful creator on YouTube, also attracting haters. You might remember the huge backlash earlier this year when MrBeast funded treatment for 1,000 blind people so they could see again.
Yeah, MrBeast cured the blindness of 1,000 people. Cured their blindness. And if you watch the video, he gave some of these patients even more. I think he gave one of them a new Tesla. Gave out cash to some other patients, really helping out people who need eye surgeries and even going above and beyond with a few cases. And people got all mad about it, got all bent out of shape.
But in response, the Socialist magazine Current Affairs called MrBeast demented and capricious.
Yeah, so this is a socialist magazine, Current Affairs. I often call it Commie Affairs. This article was written by Nathan J. Robinson, the Beast within capitalism. And even in this piece, if you scroll down here, they talk about how it's not entirely about the hatred of capitalism, saying that while I'm tempted to say the problem is not MrBeast himself, it's the economic system that lets people become so desperate that they need MrBeast in order to take a day off and see their kid. And I do think that's true. MrBeast himself is also grotesque. He's grotesque. MrBeast, in his videos, MrBeast relishes the power that unlimited wealth gives him. And throughout this piece, they make a big deal. They make a lot of hay about how lucrative a career MrBeast has made off of helping people.
Feminist news website Jezebel accused him of profiting from inequity. That's backwards.
Now, they only barely mention some quotes, but you really got to read this paragraph from Jezebel to really soak in what really motivates a lot of these altruists. Says, this latest demonstration of supposed goodwill adequately sums up what makes MrBeast so controversial. Between white saviorism and doing anything to go viral, he embodies the worst and most obnoxious aspects of influencer capitalism. Other people's lives, struggles, and poverty appear to be a playground for MrBeast, a means to a profitable end, all while raising his profile as a supposed societal benefactor. Yes, he's helping people, scare quotes. Yes, he's helping people, but at the crux of it all, MrBeast is profiting off of systemic inequities. Oh no, you guys, MrBeast made a profit. Woo! Making a viral show of others suffering for his followers' consumption and doing so for his own enrichment. Yeah, so They are really bent out of shape. The person who wrote this article for Jezebel, really upset, really bent out of shape that MrBeast, although he did help some people cure their blindness, he made money while doing so. Going back to this meme, I often share this meme on social media to show that when it comes to government intervention, when it comes to the socialism versus capitalism debate, oftentimes it's not about economics. Oftentimes it's about what's quote unquote right, what's good, what's moral, what's fair, often relying on the ethics of altruism and collectivism. And I think now might be a good time to maybe make this meme to go along with it. Remind everyone that altruism is about making you sacrifice. It's not about helping others. Because as we can see with MrBeast, you know, he helps people, he cures their blindness, but oh no, he dared make a profit along the way. Apparently we can't have that.
MrBeast is voluntarily relieving inequity and profiting as a result. It's capitalism, and it's a good thing. In fact, it's produced a massive reduction in poverty worldwide.
Yeah, he's not wrong there.
Let people make money by helping others, and everyone is better off. There's nothing demented about it.
Yeah, and they're right here. Capitalism is the best political system for alleviating poverty. It's the best system. It's been proven to be the best system for helping people rise out of poverty, creating opportunities, raising the standard of living for the masses. And a couple weeks ago, when I was doing a Twitch stream, someone showed up in my chat asking me if there is an altruistic case for capitalism. And it's like, yeah, you can maybe make that case. You can maybe demonstrate how free markets alleviate poverty, raise the standard of living, as Mr. Sove says here for Reason TV. And maybe that argument might be convincing occasionally, but when it comes to altruists, especially the socialist types, I'm not so sure it will be convincing. And by the way, this is not a new phenomenon either. None of this shit is new. Last year, I put up a video titled Stop Trying to Repackage Altruism, and this was right before the MrBeast video came out. This was right before, because I was doing this in response to comments about, what about effective altruism? You guys remember effective altruism? This is right before the FTX scandal and the downfall of Sam Bankman-Fried and everyone mocking and ridiculing him for his effective altruism bullshit. People were asking me about altruistic reciprocity. What about that? So I made this video where I really bring in the receipts and I really go into detail talking about influential thinkers over the years like Auguste Comte and Immanuel Kant and Jesus Christ and how they think about altruism and how it's all about duty and the selfless concern for other people. And even Immanuel Kant, he takes it a step further, saying that if you get any benefit, if you get any selfish benefit from helping others, then I guess it does not count in the eyes of someone like Immanuel Kant.
Blow it out your ass.
And I think even Jesus said, I think it was in Matthew 6, he said something about how if you're helping others for the sake of admiration and praise, then you're not doing it right. That's not what it's for. And we see people having this same sort of attitude with MrBeast. By the way, go check out that video on your own time if you really want to see me go into detail on these thinkers. I really bring in the receipts. But again, we're seeing a lot of this. We saw it last year with MrBeast after he cured people's blindness. And we're seeing it again after he built a bunch of wells in Africa. We got this account on X, sub to Optimus. 91,000 followers on X, says, this MrBeast shit is so corny, man. Oh, look at me. I'm a good guy because I built wells for African people with no water. Bro, the video is literally monetized and he's profiting. Oh no, you guys, he's profiting. Adding that my kids are not allowed to watch MrBeast, and this is part of the reason. Fake sympathy for views. Okay, so right after I did this segment on Twitch, someone in the chat claimed that this Optimus guy is probably just trolling with this post. You know, just joking around. And maybe he is, considering that later in this thread, he demands that the United States government remove the wells that MrBeast put in. I don't know. Never heard of this guy before. But if it is a joke or a troll or whatever, I guess I've been had. Oops, my mistake. But I got 2 more examples coming, so bear with me. Also saw this tweet from Albert Nat Hyde, has 163,000 followers on X. And at one point he says, this is capitalism. MrBeast want to low-key use these countries for profit. And then I saw this video on TikTok from this user who has 183,000 followers on TikTok. This is what he had to say about MrBeast building wells in Africa.
The biggest YouTuber in the world, MrBeast, just posted a video of him digging 100 wells in Africa. And I got to say, as an African myself, I'm not impressed because I am sick and tired of watching these palm-colored influencers using African villages as a stage for their white savior propaganda. Issues like poverty, disease, and bad drinking water are not exclusive to African regions. Flint, Michigan is a good example of an American city that got all 3 of those things. But MrBeast made the intentional choice to go to an African village to make a big show of his great humanity.
Now keep in mind, when MrBeast, when he was curing people's blindness, I'm pretty sure he did that in America. So I'm not even sure this is a relevant point, even then it's not a relevant point, but
Humanitarianism. Why? Because Western society is so conditioned to thinking of the entire continent of Africa as being beneath them that they will see no problem with people like MrBeast exploiting the images of children for financial gain and for an ego boost.
Yeah, that's why he did it. That's what's wrong. MrBeast, he's exploiting these children and these poor people for the sake of financial gain and an ego boost. And I will say, if there's any silver lining to all of this, from what I can tell, most people still have a positive view of MrBeast, especially after this latest round of haterade. I think people have had enough with the hate that MrBeast gets, and I saw a lot of people dunking on tweets like this and making fun of TikToks like this. So it looks like a lot of people think this sort of stuff is ridiculous, which is great, but maybe it's time that people start thinking of altruism as ridiculous. Now, bringing this back to the Reason magazine video, while I think it is obvious that a lot of this hate toward MrBeast is by extension a hatred of capitalism, I think it's clearly deeper than that. It's a hatred of success, it's a hatred of achievement, it's a hatred of making money and making profits. Which capitalism allows everyone to do. The best thing you can say about these insufferable asshats is that they might say that they're glad that some people got help and that people's lives improved, but I think they're clearly more angry at the fact that someone like MrBeast made money than they are happy that people got helped. And I think that should tell you something about how people think about economics and political systems. The fact that capitalism is the best political system for alleviating poverty, for creating wealth, for creating opportunities, for raising the standard of living and making life better for the masses. But all this alleviation of poverty and raising the living standards for the masses and for everyone, the trade-off is it involves a lot of people being selfish and becoming rich, which I think altruists clearly cannot stomach and stand. If they're not happy, if these people are not happy with MrBeast getting rich by helping many people live better lives by curing their blindness or giving them access to clean drinking water, then they're certainly not going to be happy with an economic system where the poor rise out of poverty and the masses live much better lives if the trade-off is millionaires and billionaires and greedy corporations getting richer. In other words, the capitalism versus socialism debate is not about economics.